Some people chase money. Some chase power. Some chase fame. But Everett Ford, he's trucking for tacos. Meet Everett Ford, a trucker with a story as bold as his paint job, and a passion for the open road that's only rivaled by one thing: carne asada. Wait a minute, Everett Ford? I'm sure that the DCP by First Gear Big Rigs Series 13 box said Jackman owned Truckin for Tacos. Did DCP make a mistake? Well, smash that like button and let's find out who Everett Ford was and if First Gear is right with Jackman. Also, stay tuned for a special offer that helps keep this channel going just for you. Born in Davenport, Iowa in 1969, Everett grew up just a stone's throw away from the famous Walcott truck stop. With a truck driving dad and a diesel mechanic grandpa, the diesel ran deep in his veins. He got behind the wheel early, like barely big enough to push the clutch early. And by the time he was 18, he had his chauffeur's license in hand. But trucking wasn't his only path. Everett did a stint in the Navy as an aircraft mechanic, stationed on Whidbey Island, Washington State. He learned discipline, mechanics, and a thing or two about resilience. But the road kept calling. From reefer loads to flatbeds, from hauling cotton seed to setting up mobile homes, Everett did it all. He even answered the call as a firefighter for a time, until the tragic loss of his father in 2000 shifted everything. Fast forward to 2009, a reunion with his high school sweetheart, Tammy, brought him to Missouri. And a visit to the G-Bats Truck Show introduced him to Four States Trucks and boss man Brian Martin. That's where Everett caught the custom truck bug, and the road started looking real shiny. In 2019, Everett joined Fleenor Bros out of Carthage, Missouri, and things clicked. He took delivery of a brand new 2020 Kenworth W900L model, painted cream with factory Tacoma paint scheme, featuring saddle brown and orange stripes. Retro vibes all the way. Casey Cousins, owner of Fleenor, saw it and said, "It looks like a leisure suit." Hence the original name, Business Casual. Customized top to bottom. A shaved roof. Pinstriping by Danny Alvarado. A slammed stance thanks to Fletcher's diesel. And every light, bracket, and knob just right. Inside, the cab wasn't forgotten either. A diamond tuck Seattle package interior from 2B's upholstery was added with special touches, like a hula girl mounted on the dash from the Ron John Surf Shop and Truckin for Tacos painted above the CB radio. And yes, if you're wondering, that's where the taco part comes in. You'll often find Everett in Barstow getting his rig polished by the best, Henry Duarte, and when he's done, he's headed to Oxnard for tacos. Everett, he swears by the carne asada from a little taco truck there. And with Truckin for Tacos painted inside his cab, you better believe he's serious. From building model trucks with his dad to owning one of the cleanest rigs on the road, Everett's journey has come full circle. Now a proud owner-operator, he's done what he loves, his way. He doesn't dream of a fleet, just one truck, one road, and maybe one more taco. This is more than just trucking. This is family. This is passion. This is Truckin' for Tacos. Now, let's head on over to the rock quarry and look at the DCP by First Gear Big Rig Series release of Truckin' for Tacos. And here we go, guys. This is the DCP by First Gear Big Rig Series release of Truckin' for Tacos, Paradise Trucking's version of Truckin' for Tacos. A 2020 Kenworth W900L with a Arrow stand-up sleeper and a spread axle Wilson Silver Star livestock trailer in matching paint scheme. Limited edition, of course. Ages 14 and up, of course. Die-cast and photo-etched metal, of course. The standard DCP box, wrong. It is in the Big Rig Series box. And on the back, it has some info about Truckin' for Tacos, including some of the pictures from the magazine and from Jason Jackman about the truck. There's also some information about Jason Jackman and this truck here, which you'll just have to wait and see. It is a really, really nice piece, and it sold out really fast, so good luck finding one of these on the open market. On the ends, you can see there's the Paradise Trucking LLC logo, the Big Rig Series logo, and then underneath here, we'll go right there, item number 69-1755, Paradise Trucking. And yes, it is a licensed Kenworth product. Inside the box, it has the mural in the back, which they use that in all of them, but it also comes with a certificate of authenticity, which has a printed signature of Jason Jackman, the owner, and Adam Knight, the creative director at First Gear. And it says this was limited to 1,500 produced worldwide, and it's still sold out in like 15 minutes. Truck is in the two-piece blister, which is standard. They tape it together. It has a Paradise Trucking logo on the fifth wheel cover for it, and then extra set of mirrors in there. And there we go. There it is out of the box. Isn't that paint job striking? The cream with Tacoma stripes, the orange and brown, really, really sharp. Then they matched it up with a frame, and then, of course, they had to finish it off with a matching paint scheme on the trailer. Now let's look at the trailer first. It's the Wilson Silver Star livestock trailer. This time it's in a spread axle configuration. It has the photo etch sides, which are really nice and replicate that punch sides that Wilson is famous for. It has DOT striping all along there. It has the pot spread axles with working suspension, mud flaps on both axles, and then it also has soft rubber tires and 10-hole chrome wheels. The top is a coppery brown color. It goes really well with the frame. It's actually the same frame that they used on the truck. Same underneath, same colors. Air brake canisters on each of the axles. Then you can see the screws where they screw the sides. You probably could actually pop that open and put stuff in there like cattle on the decks, but pain in the butt. They're also full decked inside with gates and everything. Round on the back, we have some fancy pinstriping detail. This panel here is cream. The roll door does open. There's a little DOT striping at the bottom, and then the door opens so you can see the racking inside. Little cover here, little photo etch piece that covers and protects the brake lights on the driver's side. We have long horns tampoed on both rear mud flaps, and the weights, the diamond weights at the bottom of each mud flap are also tampoed up on the first set of axles mud flaps, so it matches. Really sharp pinstriping done here. Wilson logo, Silver Star logo, brake lights tampoed, DOT striping tampoed. Of corner reflectors tampoed, and then marker lights up high. Wow, they did a sharp job on all of that pinstriping. Passenger side, same as the other, only the punches are a little different. They do look different. There are doors punched in on the driver's side here and here, and there are none on the passenger side. Oh, also, it does have the screw down type landing gear and a kingpin for DCP first gear trucks. We have Truckin for Tacos tampoed up here on the porch light, up on the little banner there. We have Silver Star logos up high, some warnings down lower, and then we have some nice pinstriping to match up with the truck, and it is painted in cream to match the truck on the front. Really sharp trailer. Now for the tractor. Here is Truckin for Tacos. Unfortunately, guys, I'm looking up inside the cab, and you don't have Truckin for Tacos tampoed up on the headliner above the CB, just like the real one. But we do have some fancy pinstriping here, there, and then we got that beautiful Tacoma paint scheme. Kenworth there, Kenworth logo there. Paradise Trucking down on the steps, so you have the company name. Really nice doors, everything else trimmed out. Chrome steps, chrome stacks, chrome quarter fenders, chrome wheels, front rear. Fuel tanks are frame painted. They match the frame in that copper color, and then they did just leaving the bands also in chrome. They painted the steps to match. They've got a tampo on. They put a deck plate here, and then they put a really neat looking tampo for the paint job that he has on his. Really sharp, chrome fifth wheel and a copper bracket, 10-hole wheels, soft rubber tires, positionable front wheels, and on the steering, but not true steering. And then you've got your drive shaft, which is in copper. Up high, you've got the roof lights there, plus the extra roof lights up on the sleeper, tampoed silver with orange on the details. We've got some fancy pinstriping here on the hood. Of course, now they don't have the hood ornament that he has, but oh well. They also painted the Kenworth logo is tampoed in red like Kenworth is, instead of in cream like he's got it, but I'm sure that is a licensing issue with Kenworth. They probably would not have approved what he did. Individual jewel style headlights, turn signals are boxes. We've got the chrome covers here that protect the piping for the intakes on both sides, and the chrome intakes, chrome mirrors. Detailed interior, it's got seats, dashboard, gear shift, all you need, except for it doesn't say Truckin for Tacos. Chrome visor and chrome drop bumper with little marker lights tampoed on each side. Passenger side, another beautiful one. Truck number of 8. It has the tampos for the pinstriping and the beautiful Tacoma paint scheme, which goes up onto the fenders. Really a gorgeous truck. Paradise Trucking down here on the steps, and then the little door window on the door. And this is a gorgeous truck. Now, I don't know if Jason actually had this specific trailer, because I never saw a picture that he had tampoed of his own trailer. Every one of them that he had on his Instagram showed a DeBoer on the porch light, but he could have had this trailer, or maybe this was the fantasy that he wanted to go with his truck. But anyway, it looks really sharp with the truck. And there she is, all hooked up. That is Big Rig Series number 13, Truckin for Tacos, a beautiful 2020 Kenworth W900L with a 272-inch wheelbase and a stand-up studio sleeper pulling a spread axle Wilson Silver Star livestock trailer that is in paint match to go with the cab. A sharp-looking show truck to put in your collection. Good luck finding one. Looking for them today. Now that we have seen the model and the box does indeed say Jason Jackman, it's time for the rest of the story. Jason Jackman of Blackfoot, Idaho, bought Truckin for Tacos in 2022 and owned it for about 1 year. While he owned it, he ran under the company name of Paradise Trucking. hauling anything and everything that'll pay the bills. Jason would run anywhere in the U.S., but he tried to keep to the West. Jason said, trucking has been in my family for several generations now, from grandparents to parents to aunts and uncles to cousins. When I'm not out trucking, I enjoy hanging with my friends at the local truck shows, truck stops, or taco stands everywhere. Hence, trucking for tacos. It's a hard life, but somebody's got to do it. In the time that Jackman owned the fancy Kenworth, Jason told me he put 2 motors in it and went broke with it. Then he sold it to a guy from Oklahoma who uses it to haul fuel today. Who knows what will happen to trucking for tacos next? And now you know the rest of the story. Since this beautiful model was sold out at first gear within minutes of being announced last year, it's going to be a tough find to add to your collection. But that means it will surely go up in value if you were lucky enough to get your hands on it early. And to go with that, grab my tips for valuing your collection with the link down below. Just drop your email and it will be sent straight to you. Remember the golden days of trucking when the roar of the engine meant freedom and adventure. Ah, those were the days, right? Well, guess what? That spirit isn't gone, and you can keep it alive with our Truckin' Fallen Flags T-Shirt of the Month Club. Picture this. Every month, you get a high-quality jersey knit T-shirt delivered straight to your door, featuring a legendary trucking company from the good old days. These are the brands that built the highways and the trucking world that we know and love. Now, let's talk about April 2025. We're bringing back the iconic Campbell 66 Express with their classic Humpin' to Please logo that ruled Route 66 in its former glory. I was chatting with my buddy Paul the other day, and I said, remember those Campbell 66 Express trucks? They had that unmistakable presence on the road. He laughed and said, oh yeah, they owned that famous Route 66. And you can own that legacy too. Join today and be part of something truly special. Head over to farmtoysandmore.com to subscribe now. Don't just remember, wear the memories. And here's a little insider tip. These tees are printed at the same shop that creates my own Heartland Diecast and Promotions gear. I'm rocking one right now, and trust me, the comfort and quality are second to none. Another link is waiting for you at farmtoysandmore.com. So, what are you waiting for? Let's keep trucking history alive. Click the link and get ready to start this monthly ride down memory lane. Stay awesome, and as always, keep trucking. Please like, subscribe, ring the bell, and share this video with your friends. I'm Logan, the 64th Gear Jammer Skill, and I'll be back with another Big Rig Series video soon. And while you have enjoyed this video, go watch the rest of my Big Rig Series videos on the previous 12 releases in the playlist here.